Hey everybody, and welcome back to my mommy channel, made for moms by a mom. And before we get this video started, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can join the mommy club because it's awesome. Right now I am laying on the couch and you can see my little person there sleeping. We are being couch potatoes today. We've been having a rough couple of days. There's nothing wrong with her, but I haven't been sleeping much. So when I'm thrown off, she's thrown off, I guess. But I wanted to do this video to give all the moms out there who babies are gonna start teething soon or have already started some advice about teething. So it really depends on your baby when they actually start teething. Some babies start as early as 3 to 4 months. Some can start later. My daughter personally, she started teething at 4 months, and her teething came with a vengeance because she 4 teeth came in all at one time on it was like, what was it? It was like 2 up top and 2 at the bottom, right? All at one time. So and then probably a month went by, and then 4 more teeth came in all at once. And that's how it happened when she was teething. Like 4 teeth would come at one time. And so she was in an extreme amount of pain. So these are some of the signs for your baby to know if they're in like a lot of pain, what you can do. There we go. Turn on the light. It's looking a little dull in here. So there we go. So some of the things you're going to be looking for are she's adjusting. Okay, the baby's gonna be crying a lot, irritable. If you breastfeed, then they're gonna want to nurse a lot, and not necessarily that they're drinking milk, but that they're using you as a pacifier. They want to soothe. If you're not nursing, then they're gonna be wanting their pacifier a lot. They could have a fever. That's normal with teething. They could be not getting enough sleep, and sometimes they might not want to eat, So those are some things, and the crying. There could be a lot of crying, of course, because of the pain. So those are some of the things you can experience. I took my daughter to the emergency room twice. She had a fever of 103 once and 105 another time. And it happened twice, because like I said, all 4 teeth came in. It was 4 teeth that came in at once. And she was all the above. She was in so much pain. So you want to talk to your child's pediatrician before you do any of this. But I'm going to tell you what helped for me. Okay, so number 1, there's something you can do called breast milk pops. And if you breastfeed, then all you got to do is go to the dollar store, get one of those popsicle molds, or you can go old school, get the little ice trays and some popsicle sticks. You're going to want to put your breast milk in there and put them in the molds and then freeze them. Once they're done, go ahead and give them to your kid, and they have that breast milk that they love so much that also is full of benefits, medicine to help them. and it'll soothe them because of the cold. Okay, there are teething rings, of course. Some doctors say not to put them in the freezer, so I used to put mine in the freezer and then thaw them out a little bit in the refrigerator. And that's so, you know, they tell you to put them in the refrigerator so they're cold but not frozen, because the baby's going to want to chew on them and gnaw on them. You don't want them to hurt themselves too frozen. So you're definitely going to want to play it by ear. So I had mines in the freezer, then I thawed them. They were semi-frozen, and then I gave them to my daughter. And popsicles, of course, I gave her lots of those. The fruity kind. And, I mean, all you got to do is give them to them. She used to have popsicles everywhere. But when she would get fevers, that was the best way for me to bring them down, was to give her a popsicle, and then she would be all right. And it takes a long time for a toddler to eat a popsicle, actually. So she was able to eat that for a while and soothe. There is something called, of course you guys know what Orajel is. Well, there's baby Orajel. I used that in the beginning, but her pediatrician recommended me not to do that. That is your call. Now, you know Orajel is numbing. So for babies, they have the daytime and the nighttime Orajel. The daytime, the night, they was different. They came like in a pack together. And the nighttime one, I think, had a little bit of numbing, whereas the daytime one didn't, something like that. But I used to rub that on her gums, and she would feel better. And then, of course, take a nap. Rubbing her gums with clean hands also worked well for me. She used to like that. Sometimes she would chew on my hand, but it didn't hurt. You know what I'm saying? Breastfeeding, we nursed a lot, around the clock, whenever she wanted. I let her sleep as much as we could. Now, she would get fevers every time, but the worst ones were the ones I told you about earlier. So what you would do to help with the fever is baby Tylenol. You want to give that recommended. The doctor will tell you how much to give them, especially when they're under 2. But they usually do it by the baby's body weight. So I didn't find that out until the second time I took her to the emergency room. I wasn't giving her enough, and that's why she kept getting a fever. So talk to your doctor about that. But baby Tylenol helps with fever and pain. I also gave her baby Motrin, so I would alternate. I give her baby Tylenol, then baby Motrin. So those worked as well. And just having a thermometer to check their temperature to make sure you're staying ahead of that. And just getting them as comfortable as possible so that they can get as much rest as they can. If you do breastfeed and you're trying to like feed them food and they're not eating, that's okay. Continue to breastfeed, give them that nutrients until they feel better, because you know, if they're in pain, they're not going to want to eat. So those were probably the biggest things. And if they do start to get feverish, taking a warm cloth and putting it on their head or giving them a bath helps also to bring the fever down. These things worked for my daughter a lot. So I give her a bath, put the warm cloth on, and then give her a popsicle. She have a nap, and you know, we did the medicine. So that's how that will work out. So those are going to be my suggestions. But my biggest thing is please, please, please consult your baby's doctor. It's going to be hard because the baby's going to be irritable, but as long as you're there for them, just holding them and comforting them, they know mommy's there and everything's going to be okay. It's going to be uncomfortable for you because you're not going to want to see your baby in that kind of pain, but it'll get better, honestly. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any tips on teething, go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.